Have you ever thought that your ulcer was caused by hunger or fasting? This is a common belief held by many, but it's time to unravel this myth and shed light on the true culprits behind ulcers. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that skipping meals or fasting leads to the formation of ulcers. This misconception is so widespread that even the mere sensation of hunger pangs is often mistaken for the beginnings of an ulcer. But folks, it's time to set the record straight. The real villains in the story of ulcers are not hunger or fasting, but rather a few mischievous elements that disrupt the harmony of our digestive system. The first of these is a bacterium known as Helicobacter pylori, or H. pylori. This tiny organism takes up residence in our stomach lining and can lead to inflammation and ulcers if left unchecked. The second factor is hypoacidity of the gut. Contrary to popular belief, it's not an excess but a deficiency of stomach acid that can lead to ulcers. When our stomachs don't produce enough acid, the digestive process is disrupted, leading to a host of problems, including ulcers. Finally, certain medications known as NSAIDs are also known to trigger inflammation in the stomach lining, leading to ulcers. These include common over-the-counter drugs like ibuprofen and aspirin. These medications can be helpful for pain relief, but when used excessively or without proper guidance, they can wreak havoc on your digestive system. So, why don't hunger and fasting cause ulcers? Simply put, they don't disrupt the protective mechanisms of your stomach lining or provoke inflammation like H. pylori, hypoacidity, and NSAIDs do. In fact, fasting has been shown to have numerous health benefits when done correctly, including improved digestive health. So it's pretty clear that hunger or fasting does not cause ulcers, but that's not the whole story. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this topic and provide practical tips to maintain a healthy digestive system. Now that we've debunked the myth about hunger and fasting causing ulcers, what really does cause them? Let's dive in, shall we? The main culprits are a bacterium known as H. pylori and certain medications, specifically non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs for short. Now you might be wondering, how can a tiny bacterium and some medications wreak such havoc in our stomachs? Well, let's imagine your stomach as a well-fortified castle. The lining of your stomach is the robust castle wall designed to protect it from the harsh acid it produces to break down food. Now enter H. pylori, the cunning enemy. This bacterium is like a Trojan horse sneaking past the castle walls. Once inside, it produces substances that weaken the stomach lining, akin to a saboteur chipping away at the castle walls from within. When the walls are compromised, the stomach acid, like a marauding enemy army, can attack the soft tissue underneath, leading to ulcers. Now what about NSAIDs? They're like a double agent, supposed to be on our side, but causing harm nonetheless. These medications, which include common drugs like ibuprofen, can trigger inflammation and increase stomach acid production. They also inhibit the production of a substance that helps protect the stomach lining. So while they're relieving your pain, they could be contributing to the formation of ulcers. Here's a practical example. Let's say you're an athlete who regularly takes NSAIDs to manage muscle pain. Over time, these medications could potentially weaken your stomach lining, making it more susceptible to ulcers. Meanwhile, if you unknowingly harbor H. pylori in your stomach, it's like adding fuel to the fire. That's a lot to digest, isn't it? But understanding these facts can help you manage and prevent ulcers effectively. Understanding the true causes of ulcers allows us to target the right enemy. In our next segment, we'll discuss practical tips to prevent and manage ulcers. So stay tuned. Knowing the causes of ulcers is one thing, but how can you cope with them or prevent them? Well, let's dive into some practical tips. First and foremost, managing ulcers involves paying close attention to your diet. A balanced diet is crucial for maintaining a healthy gut. Load up on fruits and vegetables as they are rich in fiber and help protect your stomach lining. Limit your intake of spicy foods and caffeinated drinks, as they can irritate your stomach. Another essential tip is to avoid medications that can trigger ulcers. Some over-the-counter drugs, like certain non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, can cause inflammation and lead to ulcers. If you need to take these medications, consult with your healthcare provider about ways to protect your stomach. Also, avoid alcohol and smoking. Both of these habits can damage your stomach lining and make you more susceptible to ulcers. If you need help quitting, seek support from your healthcare provider or a local support group. Regular checkups are also part of the preventive plan. Regular medical checkups can catch signs of an ulcer early, making treatment more effective. If you experience persistent symptoms like stomach pain, bloating, or heartburn, don't ignore them. These could be signs of an ulcer. Remember, it's always better to seek medical advice for persistent symptoms. Self-diagnosis and treatment can lead to complications. It's important to remember that while ulcers can be painful and disruptive, they are treatable. The key is to make lifestyle changes that support your gut health. This includes eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, managing stress, and getting enough sleep. All these factors can play a significant role in preventing ulcers and promoting overall health. Finally, remember that knowledge is power. The more you understand about ulcers, their causes, and how to prevent them, the better equipped you'll be to protect your health. With these tips in mind, coping with ulcers can be a lot less daunting. So don't let the fear of ulcers hold you back. Instead, take steps towards a healthier lifestyle today. So, there you have it. Ulcers are not caused by hunger or fasting, but by a variety of other factors. We've peeled back the layers on this commonly held belief, revealing the true culprits behind ulcers. From H. pylori to the hypoacidity of the gut, right through to certain NSAIDs medications triggering inflammation. It's like thinking the sun rises because the rooster crows. Sure, they often occur together, but one doesn't cause the other. Now you're armed with the truth and can make informed decisions about your health. It's vital we dispel these myths and spread the word. So consider sharing this video with others who might still be caught in the web of this myth. Let's bust it together once and for all. Don't forget to subscribe to inspire you today for more insightful videos like this. Remember, knowledge is power, and by subscribing, you're empowering yourself with valuable information. Thanks for watching.